while Indian commercials started out aping the West and trying to do things that were like what, Madison Avenue or Soho, we now have an idiom of our own. When we make our ad films, we make our own points, we have our own style. We reach out, as your brother just said, to a much wider audience. And yet, we're not exactly Bollywood in our style. It's a very distinctive idiom of its own in Indian advertising. How did that develop?
Bollywood is a very sanitized and
Right.
airbrushed world
right.
view of India. We were concentrating on what is real India, and people, we feel people connect better with that. If I show here, and we found the right clients in that moment, because I remember when we were doing the first Fevicaol egg film, and I said, यार वो Carpenter जो है ना, तो Carpenter जितनी भी casting तुम मेरे को दिखा रहे हो, वो उसमें से कोई Carpenter लगता नहीं है, because इसकी skin tone is not telling me he has seen life, Okay. So all of us are living in air conditioning, and it makes our skin completely uninteresting to me as a filmmaker.
Yeah.
And so I chose a guy who was only supplying junior artists, but he has been roaming around in the streets, taking all the sun. So उसके चेहरे पे एक backstory आती है.
Yeah.
Now, till then, I remember before we did that to Favicaol, I remember one Elpar commercial, मेरे ख्याल से विलासी था उसमें, ठीक है. But then later on, I saw a Nerolac commercial where a painter is the same model who is doing Elpar shootings. Okay. तो वो डंगरी पहन के आता है. डंगरी पहन के तो अपने घर पे पेंटर आज तक नहीं आता है. Okay. So I said कि यार ये एक ऐसा आदमी लेते हैं, उसको हीरो बनाते हैं हमारी फिल्म का. And the client was brave enough. He said, I agree with you. Till then, clients would say, no, he's not good looking. No, Carpenter doesn't have to be good looking.
Yeah.
Carpenter has to be, and we found a great client for SBI Life, because I said, वो old lady और उनका husband, वो एक magic होगा if we find a real couple. So we tested around and all that, and once we found a couple, then the client, for a moment, he said, yaar, she's not that great looking. But she doesn't have to be great looking for us. As long as her husband loves her, that's great. Cool. And that chemistry I can see. And that was a great client, because he said, okay, you got a point. So you had brave clients who were experimental in their approach. And when people saw the success of that work, then they opened out and they say, yes, why not do real casting?
And that's when things began to change.
Yeah.